Hey guys, sorry I'm not able to be with you in class today, so I'm going to use this video to help teach you how to do this lesson. Today we're going to be doing a lot of stuff on slope. So we're starting off with this lesson here. We're going to graph these points on the coordinate plane. We're starting off with this A, which is the points coordinates 2, 7, which means 2 to the right, and 7 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to put a point right in there. All right, can you guys do that same thing for all 4 of those points? And then we'll stop the video right here. When you guys are done, we'll start it up again. Okay, now that we have the 4 points, check to see if you have the same 4 points that I do. The next part says draw a line with a ruler that passes through the origin and point A. So I'm going to see if this works here with my magical pen. That didn't work. Let's try that again. That doesn't work here. Let's see. Okay, I figured it out. So I drew a line that goes through the origin. The origin is the point 0, 0 here, going up through the point A, which is 2, 7. All right, and the next question asks me, if I can get to it. Oop, not too far. There we go. Starting at the origin and moving to point A, how much does it rise? So I start at the origin. To get up to point A, it's going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 squares vertically. So there we go. I'm going to rise 7. And how much does it run is the horizontal change. 1, 2 to the right. Let's say it's right over at 2 there. So I'm rising 7, and I'm running a positive 2. So then it asks what's the slope. It's the same thing as the rate of change of that line, and it's simply the rise over the run. You might want to take some notes that that's the rise over the run is the slope, which is equal to 7 over 2. And that's the answer there, or 3.5 if we were to change that. But basically it rises 3.5 for every 1, or rises 7 for every 2. Okay, using another color, let's see if I can change colors on this here. All right, we'll do another one here. I want you now to draw lines through points B and C. All right, and again, on your own this time, see if you can figure out how much it rises and how much it runs, and figure out the slope from there. And then stop it now, and when we get back, you'll be able to do that. All right, so going from B to C, it should have been a rise of 10 units. And this is really tricky. The run, however, is going to the left, which is a negative distance. So it's important that you get the sign in there right. We are going towards the negative numbers, which means the run is negative 8 units. So I get the slope is going to be the rise over the run, 10 over minus 8, which is minus 5 over 4. All right, go ahead and do numbers 10 and 11, and we'll check again. I'll stop it right now and then check it to see if you got the same ones that I do. Okay, in this particular line, we seem to have a rise of none. It doesn't go up at all, and a run of 10 or negative 10, actually, depending upon which point you start at. It actually doesn't matter. As long as you're always starting at the same point for the rise as you do from the run. Don't start from one point to do the rise and start from the other point to go from the run. It should come out the same. So we're going to get, in this case, a 0 over 10 is a slope of 0, which is a horizontal line. Any kind of horizontal line has a slope of 0. By the way, back at number 9, notice that there was a negative in the denominator. 10 over minus 8 reduced down to 5 over 4. But I put the negative in front of the fraction. A positive divided by negative is simply the whole fraction being negative. All right, moving on to the next page here. Can you guys find the slope of each line? But first of all, let's do the first one together, because the key is just to find 2 points to start off with. So looking at this first one here, I see a point where it crosses at an easy place to find right there. I see another one right up here at 2, 2. So when I go to find my rise, it's going to rise up 3 and run 1, 2, 3, 4. So my slope is simply 3 over 4. All right, can you guys do that with the other two ones and 12, and then check to see if you have the same thing as me afterwards? Please stop it now. Okay, and the second one, depending upon which point you started at, if you started from the point down below and you went up 5, it's a rise of 5 and a run of -2, that's where I got 5 over a -2. Or if you started from the left top point and you went a rise down 5, which is -5, and a run of +2, it's a -5 over a +2. Either way, either a positive divided by a negative or a negative divided by a positive makes the whole fraction negative. So it's the same answer no matter which direction we go. On the horizontal line, I just chose any 2 points on there. It's a rise of 0 and a run of 3 or -3, or you might have gotten 2 or 4 or 5, depending upon what points you choose. It doesn't matter. 0 divided by anything, with the exception of 0, is 0. So the slope here is 0. Okay. In number 13, we're going to find the slope of the line that connects these points. Now this is a table of values. Here's your x value of -2, your y value of 7, and there's a set of points here. Now if this is a line, it doesn't matter which 2 points that I choose. So let's just say I'm just going to choose the first 2 sets of points. All right, my rise is going to be the y values, because the y is the up and down on the graph here. So I'm going to start off with a y, and the rise is simply the difference between how much it rises, the 7, and the other number is the 4. So I'm going to do, the rise is going to be 7 minus 4. That's my rise. I've gone, in fact, in this case, I've gone down. I've gone down from 7 to 4. I'm going to have a -3 is my rise. My run, I'm going to start, again, if I started from the 7 to the 4, I need to start in the same direction. I could have done it the opposite, but I'd have to do both of them the opposite. So I'm going to do now I'm going to take a -2, and I'm going to subtract the 0. You're always subtracting, taking one and subtracting the other. And sometimes you get like minus a minus, and you have to make it a positive. But -2 minus 0 is still -2. And in this case, I've got a -3 over a -2 is 3 over 2. Now I'm going to ask you to choose any 2 other points. For instance, let's say take these, and see if you get, if these are all in the line, we should get the same thing. Can you find the slope of the line between these 2 points? So try the same thing you did in this one here, and try to see if the math comes out. We should come out with the same answer, 3 over 2. Please go ahead and try that now. And I'll stop this while we wait for you to do that. I hope that when you did this, you actually got an answer different than the 3/2, because I made a mistake. If you look back where I did 7 minus 4 up here, I got a -3. That should be a +3. So I made a mistake there. That should be a +3. Which means I have a +3 over a -2, which means my whole fraction here should be an actual -3/2. And certainly when I went to check on the next one, I realized that I got a -3 over 2 for this one as well. Something happened with the resolution here. I'm sorry about what happened there. But in any case, the slope here, for no matter which 2 points we are going to use. And I may have actually even gone from a different direction. Some of you might have done 1 minus a -2 and 2 minus a -4. You're still going to come up with the same answer. I'll do that quickly. 2, sorry, oops, got it right there. I got 1 minus a -2 over 2 minus a 4, and that would give me 1 plus 2, which is 3, and 2 minus 2, which is -2, again getting a -3 over 2. Either way, no matter which direction you go, you should get the same slope there. All right, now they're asking us to graph this line, so go ahead and stop it here, and please plot these points on there and then draw the line to connect them. All right, looking back at this graph here, you should have a line that looks like this. Please make sure that you have arrows on the end of each when you draw a line to show that this line actually goes forever. Even though we've drawn it through those points, it's a line, and a line by definition goes on forever. So make sure your communication is good by putting the arrows on the end of those lines. All right, for number 15, I actually don't want you to graph them. I actually want you to choose any 2 points on there and see if you can find the slope, again, by doing one of the y's minus a y and another x minus an x to find the slope. See if you can do that in A and B, and let's have different people in the class do different sets of points and see if you guys come up with the same answer. Do that for A and B on your own. And then we'll check together. All right, so everyone should have gotten 1 over 4 for the slope for A, and for B you should have gotten a slope of 0 no matter which points that you were using on that. Please take a chance to check with each other. If you didn't get that, see if you can have someone help you and figure out how to get 1/4 for A and 0 for B. So we'll stop it here while people check that and fix that. And then when everyone's good, we'll move on.